What's going on YouTube? Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys so much for clicking on the video and coming back to Central North Carolina for another lawn care video. We are here in the mid-September time, 2024. We're in the process of overseeding. We're getting on the latter half of that. We started early, as you know, in the past videos. Check out the past videos if you'll want to see my overseeding project. Did not go as planned. We threw down our seed and items a little bit too early during the heat. And so, but anyways, nowadays with this little tropical system that just came through North Carolina off the coast of Wilmington, we've had rain here for the past 2.5 days. And so it is super soaked out in my lawn right now, which is great because we did a little bit of garden weasel and repairing some of the areas in the front that we can talk about at another time. But anyway, so my project continues to go on. As you can see behind me, guys, the last application of nitrogen we sprayed down, 2000 from GCI Turf. It is absolutely looking phenomenal, and it's very difficult to show you that on camera. Color can obviously be weird with phones and cameras, but right now it has got that fall prime green look to it. But we're not talking about my lawn today. We're talking about Mr. Ferguson stepping out of his comfort zone. And I'm going to try something I've never tried before, and that's pre-germinating seed. That's right, you heard me right. We discussed the topic while we was doing a repair job in my front lawn, and we're going to try to do that for some of the seed that we're going to be throwing down in our project lawn. So as the rain comes down, I want to hold off and make sure it's not raining when we do this. Let's take a look at the Jonathan Green heavy traffic grass seed. All right, ladies and gents, so let's first start with an introduction to our grass seed that we're going to be using up at the project lawn. We've talked about it. It has arrived. This is the Jonathan Green Black Beauty heavy traffic premium grass seed mixture. Mixture meaning there's more than one type of grass seed cultivar in here and two different grass types in here. We'll talk about that. We're going to check out the label here in a second, and I'll try to take some pictures if it's not great on your screen. It's difficult. We got construction going on in the background. It's just a lot, so hopefully the mic helps with how you can hear me. But this particular bag we bought we got plenty of seed for the project lawn. This is a 25-pound bag. If you choose to buy the 25-pound bag, it does seed up to 10,000 square feet, depending on your rates. We're dealing with a poor existing lawn up at the project lawn, right? So 8 pounds is the least amount I'm going to go per 1,000 square feet. So Black Beauty, if you're familiar with it, one of the things, if you're unfamiliar with Jonathan Green, they're a family-owned company from New Jersey. I love their products. I've seen clips online. I've tested their shady nooks right here in a shady area. We've tested the dense shade mix along the back edge of my property, and I can 100% put my hand on the Bible and tell you guys, and I've mentioned this in videos, Jonathan Green produces a deeper green grass than the GCI old GCI Turf Type Tall Fescue blend. Hand to God, that's the honest to God truth. When I would blend that mixture back here with my GCI Turf, now we have a new blend of GCI Turf Type Tall Fescue, right? So I can't say, because I've not seen the new GCI blend, that this is darker than the new blend. That'll be up for debate, and we'll see later on. But as far as the old GCI blend and Jonathan Green was just a natural, deeper green, and we saw that over here with the dense shade mix when we would see the transition. Now, it blended well with my lawn, but it was just a natural, deeper, dark green. So if you're looking for just a natural, deeper, dark green grass, Jonathan Green Black Beauty is for real. It is definitely a darker green grass. So why heavy traffic? We've talked about it, but for new folks, we're doing, the project lawn is up at my church. We have a playground. We have a lawn area around the playground. And as I told you guys, I was noticing last year during the basketball season and other things, people love to walk through that lawn. When I had it going and I was, shaping it up with the cool blue last year, people love to just stomp and walk through the lawn. I'm like, okay, it's not my lawn, it's public property, so we need to be aware of that, or church property. So heavy traffic will suit, I believe, perfectly up there because the kids like to walk through it. They like to do Easter egg hunts in the grass. It's green. People want to be in the grass, right? So I think this is going to work out absolutely perfect. It's very tough and durable varieties, which is why we picked it. germinates 10 to 14 days. I think we're definitely going to cut that down half or less, and grows well in full sun to medium shaded areas. So if you're interested, we will have links below, not only to GCI's new blend, but to Heavy Traffic, to Black Beauty Original, Black Beauty Ultra. It's got some Kentucky Bluegrass in it. If you still need seed, it's not too late. You can pick yours up. Moving to the back quickly, I'll post this picture up here if you want to see the label. I'll try to put that up here in the corner above us. But real fast going through this so we can get to the good part of the video. 25-pound bag of seed, Jonathan Green Heavy Traffic Grass Seed Mixture. We have 2 varieties of fescue, and we got 2 cultivars of ryegrass. So we got 4 cultivars total. Tall Tech Tall Fescue, 44.45%. So almost half of this is going to be tall fescue. That's great. Tall Tech, I believe, is what is in Black Beauty, the original. So that's why they're able to say Black Beauty Heavy Traffic Mix, because I think Tall Tech is their go-to Black Beauty cultivar. 24.6 of Frontier Perennial Ryegrass, 14.75 of High Life Perennial Ryegrass, 14.75 of Future Tall Fescue. And so you've got some ryegrass in here, so that when we're talking about pre-germinating, in my mind and what I've researched and what I know, we don't need to soak this sucker for 4 days or something. For the first time ever, I'm pre-germinating seed. I'm only going to go about 2 full days, 48 hours of pre-germinating, and then we'll let it set out, and then we'll not let necessarily dry, but then we'll spread it. I don't know if I'm going off the directions of Milorganite. I bought a big bag of soil conditioner. I think it's a 50-pound bag of soil conditioner. I may add into that some Milorganite and mix all of that together to distribute out. I don't know. That may be a mistake. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below, but that's the way I'm going to try it. And if it don't work, I'll say, I've heard some people say peat moss. I've heard a lot of people say Milorganite. A lot of people say a soil conditioner, a biochar, something of that nature. So I'm going with a organic mixture, and then I may mix in some Milorganite if I purchase some, but maybe just the 50-pound bag of soil conditioner and something else. We'll see how it mixes and how that goes. So that is the grass seed that we're going to be working with. So next step is I want to go ahead and get this weighed out in a net and go ahead and get it in the bucket and start soaking. So let's work on that now. And again, this is out of my comfort zone, never done it. This is a test, but I think we're ready to at least try it one time. And if it goes well, we might, with ryegrass in there, guys, we're talking about, we could have germination quick out there. We're also going to be aerating at the project lawn when you see me putting this seed down. I don't know when these videos will come out, but we're going to aerate first. We're going to mix this seed with that soil conditioner in a wheelbarrow, kind of like you're cooking in the kitchen, making a meatloaf or something. And then that's the way I've seen it, and that's the way I'm going to attempt to spread it. And we'll see what happens. Let's crack it open. Let's go ahead and fill the net up. And then I've got my bathroom scale out here. I'll either weigh myself and then hold it, or try to set the net. But let me show you the other equipment I've got to be able to soak it in the 5-gallon bucket. All right, so I'm going to put some gloves on just so seed don't stick all over the place. Maybe this is a good idea, maybe not. So the first thing, let me show you the bags. These were $7 and some change on Amazon. These are paint strainer bags for the unfamiliar. I know a lot of you have done this. This is new to me, but I want to talk with those that have never done it and just explain what I'm doing, so when I screw up, I can go back. This is why I made my YouTube. When I screw up, I can go back and say, I shouldn't have done that right there, and fix it the next time. But these are the little paint strainer bags on Amazon, $8. They're stretchy at the top. You put it across a 5-gallon bucket. I think the way I'm going to try to fill it up, whether this is the right way or not, is I've already stretched one across a 5-gallon bucket here. I do have 2 5-gallon buckets here. I hope I don't need more than 2. We're going to fill this up and then weigh it, and then zip tie it off like they do, weigh it, soak it, that's it. And then wait for 12 hours, set an alarm, and be able to change the water. We'll try it out. We got perennial ryegrass. I think if you're doing bluegrass, you'd probably want to go more days. I've got ryegrass. 2 days may be pushing it. I'm not sure with tall fescue. So I'm going to do 2 days. That's it. If it needs a little more water after that, so be it. So that's as far as I'm willing to test. So we'll try it out. So here's my little bag. So let's do the first one. And And obviously, if you're dealing with, if you're doing this out on your back porch and you're doing with this Bermuda grass or something, and you've got tall fescue, don't drop the seeds all over and let it blow into your lawn. You'll be very upset. So let's see how much we've got in here. Again, never done this before. Okay, so this seems pretty full, but I feel like I could get a little more in there if I have to. I feel like I can get some more in there. So there's one done. Let's go to the next. Let's try it. And man, this is weird to do, but we're going to try it. So let's try it. Can always buy more seed. All right, so we've just got a hair left. So obviously it's a 25-pound bag. We're pre-germinating around 24. So there you go. So it makes this one a lot easier. It really doesn't matter what the weight of this one is. So now we've got both, and let me just show you for this experiment here. This is what we're dealing with now as I bring the camera down. So we've got, now you can see inside these buckets, it is filling up a lot of the bucket, right? And so we're going to fill this with water, but first we want to zip tie the top. It is not, as far as the quality of this bag that I bought from Amazon, there is no way this is going to spill out. It is a very fine bag, and so now it's a matter of zip tying it. So let's do the zip tie part, and let's start getting water in it and ready to soak. So I've got some zip ties over here. So basically we're just taking the top, twisting it. Now we're going to take one of these little zip ties, wrap it around. Hey, they must have got what they needed. Digging or something over there. One zip tie. We're going to get that going. Twist. Make sure that we've got, yep, it's on good. Zip tie on well. Pull. Boom. So now we got a zip tied, tight bag of seed. Pretty neat, just like you see in the videos, right? So little zip tie up top. It's a little fat, but there you go. So roughly 13 to 14 pounds right here. So we got that one done. Back in the bucket, getting ready for some water. Next one, this one looks a little lighter. You know what? I might as well. We can always, thank God. Oh, by the way, and my head's cut off here. By the way, if you do run out of seed and you need more, and I'll likely have to pick up some more just in case for repair seeding or what, Jonathan Green, being a family-owned company, are at town and country stores. You can find them in your local area. I have one about 15 to 20 minutes up the road, so they'll likely have heavy traffic. If not, I can always use the links below. I'll use my own links sometimes and order this through their website. So just know town and country, you can find Jonathan Green there. All right, so the last one is a little bit lighter on seed than the first one. So grabbing a zip tie, I'm going to pull this up. All right, one zip tie on. And let's get this secured. It is secured with one zip tie. That is awesome. So now we got 2 bags of seed, one roughly more than the other one. Now for the water portion. Let's do it. All right, so here's our seed. We've got our seed all tidied up. Closely distributed evenly. This one's probably got more, closer to 13. This one, obviously, it's going to equal 25. So probably around 11, something like that. I don't know, 12 pounds. So we're going to add our water. And I did listen to the Milorganite instructions before coming out here. We want to get water in it. You want to keep the seed in a dark location, according to Milorganite. And then you obviously see it starts to float. You want to get a weight on top. Now, I don't have a lot of heavy objects to place on top, but as I add this, hopefully you guys can see in the shot here. Try to move it a little bit closer to the camera. I'm not splashing, I'm just adding in water. Let's see if it begins to float. It is a lot of seed. I don't know if doing this much in a 5-gallon bucket is wise or not. Don't know. First time doing it. I'm doing it just like a DIYer would. So here we go. Let's fill these up. I guess I could turn on the pressure a little bit more. All right, so this one's pretty close. I hope that I have enough weight to push this thing down. I do have one possible redneck way to do it over here, but let's work on getting water in the second one. And I'll just say, while I do this, this is super scary. Of course, it's a lot easier when the church bought the seed. You know, it's not my money per se, but still, we want to be fiscally responsible with the church's money. So don't get me wrong, please. But this is weird. Like, to do this, to know what you're doing and have confidence, that's one thing. To be sitting here with 2 bags of seed in a 5-gallon bucket and know that this is going to be spread at my church with a spreader is kind of weird. And it's like, I don't know, was this a good idea or not? So got to try to have confidence though, right? So, all right, let's fill this up. It takes a good amount of water, and there we go. See, I'm pushing it all the way down. That's covering it pretty well there. I may have a redneck solution for one of these. I don't know if this little brick that I have is going to be this one. Yeah, okay. So the more I push, it's look so that you can see the water there. It kind of looks like tea. The more that one soaks. This one I haven't pushed it all the way down, and that one's got more mass in it. So, but we do have, it's completely soaked right there. There is one seed that came out. That's likely when we poured it in. So water is complete now. So I don't think with the pressure that I had to put, I've got one little brick here, and I don't think that bad boy is going to hold. And this is not where I'm going to leave it, but let me see. Yeah, I think we're going to need some more mass, more weight here. I do have a bucket over there. Well, that's actually holding pretty well. So maybe that brick will hold. We'll watch it for a minute. And then I've got a propane can that will keep it dark on this one, the big boy. I don't know if it floats up to the top. This part may not germinate, but the masses, the majority will. This looks like it's going to hold, as you can see with that brick right there. So I think that's good. I've got a propane can, and then I've got like a bottle of cleaner over here, something redneck. Boop. How about this? If I push you down, you know, a bottle like this to sit on top. Hey, why not? You know, you see some unique things here on this channel. So there we go. So obviously I'm not going to keep these guys there, but we're just doing this on the fly. I should have picked up, I thought I had some cinder blocks behind my shed, and I do not have that. So I've got a brick. It seems to be holding, but according to Milorganite, you want to keep it in a dark place, temperatures between 60, 70 roughly. I'm not bringing this inside. I'm going to try to keep it dark. There we go. I've got a bottle of cleaner. Probably got some gallon of some type of biostimulant that I could set on top as well. So use what you got, but there you go. So now it's a matter of getting these bad boys to sit and soak. And remember, 12 hours, we got to dump it. We've got to change the water. So I'm going to put a timer on my phone and do that. We're doing this roughly 9 a.m. So 9 o'clock tonight, if not before. I might change it before, 8 o'clock or something when my timer goes off, and just, whenever it's convenient. And then in the morning, same thing. So that's what we're going to try to do. And then we're going to try to spread this at the project lawn. So guys, stay tuned. I do not have much confidence in what we're doing here. I'm going off you guys, the comments. I'm trying something new. I want to say, yeah, I did that. It wasn't for me. It worked. It's better. I think in the end, we've got poor irrigation at my church. The well, it's got great pressure, and it goes off and on with pressure. I do not live there, so it's hard for me when I plant new grass seed to get up there and water it. If it rains, we got washout. This is going to hopefully solve some of those issues. We don't need to irrigate and keep the seed as moist because we're pre-germinating. So that eliminates having to go up to the church to water. If it's pre-germinated, the little root hairs that are going to pop from the seed coating should be able to get right into the ground when we sow the seed. And we should have germination quick, which can possibly prevent washout if we have a major rain. So that's another. So that's one of the factors I was thinking about from the last time we talked about pre-germination. I said, am I brave enough to do it is the question. So it may not be possible to hide these things in a dark location. I may set them in maybe the corner of the kitchen. I don't know if I'm that brave. This one's kind of high on the water. May scoop some of that out. I don't know. We may just put a cover over it or something. But anyways, so here we go, guys. Something new. Stay tuned. I can tell you this Friday I will be renting the aerator, aerating and applying seed. So I'm doing this. I hope I timed this right to be able to, and we may have 2.5 days of germinating, but we got ryegrass, and I know I need to be careful with that. I don't want to kill the seed and then have to run up, buy a bag, and we're doing it the old-fashioned way. But that's the worst case scenario, right? If we totally destroy the seed, we can buy a new bag, we can sow, we're gonna be fine. We go back to the old-fashioned way. So stay tuned, trying something new. Give the video a like, comment below if you're like, I don't know about how much you did in each bag, or anything that you see in your previous pre-germinating experience that you would do differently. Now, obviously we want to keep it, like you said, in the dark, so I'm going to try to do that, but comment below, like the video, stay tuned, guys. Who knows how this is going to turn out. See you on Friday.